Alrighty guys, it is Rhymestyle here today, and today I'm joined by Quaman.
What is going on, my super sandwiches? It is Quaman here today.
And today we're going to be discussing the teaser trailer, whatever you want to call it, the 30-second snippet clip, or I just call it trailer that was released yesterday that revealed a lot more to the first, I guess the first episode, or just the beginning of the Dragon Ball Super series. And the real special thing about this teaser, which by the way, if you want to watch it, we will link it in the description below. Big shout out to Kensenshu once again for uploading it. Is the special part about this trailer is the fact that we see our first look at Champa and his counterpart, or his version of Whis. So, Quaman, what are your thoughts on everything that we saw in that 30-second clip?
Well, the first thing that I wanted to point out is that I think we were pretty accurate in pointing out that, you know, this whole series would obviously involve Champa and Beerus to a certain point, but I was not expecting Beerus and Champa to appear this early in Dragon Ball Super. I was expecting them to come in maybe, you know, a couple of episodes before we get used to the characters again, and that really shocked me that it really appears that, you know, Champa and his female counterpart are going to actually come very, very early in the series. That's a big shocker to me.
So here's the thing I want to ask you. Do you think Champa is actually going to be a villain after all? Because, I mean, obviously we have the whole topic that was released the other day where Toriyama said red is a strong color. And a lot of people started speculating that, well, because Champa is red, has red on his outfit, he is stronger than Beerus. But then again, it's a pure speculation. We don't know if that's why Toriyama gave him the red colors. Do you think that Champa, also red is like the evil color, do you think Champa is more of a villain, or do you think is neutral like Beerus? Because I feel like after seeing like that quick second of them talking, I feel like Champa is just as neutral as Beerus. He's an alternate universe, maybe version of Beerus, and I don't think he's a villain, but I think he's going to probably go to Earth with Beerus and probably confront Goku. What if they both actually try to get Goku and Vegeta to go Super Saiyan God in the series?
Well, I mean, I think that's a pretty realistic expectation. I mean, they could both try to actually get Goku and Vegeta to go Super Saiyan, the pure Super Saiyan God transformation. I refuse to say the other name. But I also at the same time think that, you know, because of Battle of Gods, I'm starting to even more think that this is going to retcon Battle of Gods, and a lot of people disagreed with me with that. But in terms of the actual evil aspect, I think the reason why I think Champa is going to be a bad guy is for two reasons. Number one, when we first saw that image that was released of Champa, where we see him like actually holding up his fingertip with the Earth, according to Josh from Dragon Ball Nation, I'm giving him credit for originally saying it. It's kind of like a metaphor for saying he has the Earth at his fingertips. And you also factor in that he was standing side by side with Beerus, and we've seen a lot of pictures that kind of have like the good guy on one side, the bad guy on the other, and his sadistic smile seemed very, very, very different from Beerus. So I've always felt that Champa, because of that and because of the red, that could be a little bit of it too. That leads me to believe he's a bad guy.
You know what's funny? It's actually, although this is a complete speculation theory, is it me, or does Champa and Beerus seem to have a Goku and Vegeta style relationship? Because like in that trailer, you saw them kind of arguing, and you can tell based on their body language, they're both very cocky of each other's strength. Right. I feel like that's going to be kind of interesting too. Like, were they rivals at some point? Like, did they decide who gets what universe when they became gods? Like, there's a bunch of stuff, I guess a bunch of questions that popped up that there's no way we can answer right now. We'll have to wait for the series to further come out. But it's really interesting to see like the first look at Beerus, and of course his unnamed attendant, who still won't be revealed probably for another couple weeks.
Well, I mean, me personally, Rhymestyle, I've kind of had like my own theory on how I think Whis and this female counterpart work, and I'm starting to really think that they probably have the powers, and this is a big speculation, to probably traverse different universes. And I think that's one reason why, you know, they exist, because as we saw, well, spoiler alert, minor spoiler alert, Whis has the power to somewhat control time, and if they can control time, it is possible that they could also be able to actually go to different dimensions and different universes, even though it's kind of hard to tell. And I think that's one of the reasons why each of the God of Destructions, or maybe future God of Destructions, probably have an attendant.
Yeah. Actually, I have a question to people who are watching this video. Do you think that the Beerus race is like a god race? Because at first it's like we were wondering if Champa is like his brother or his father or something, but now it's being thrown out there that there's a possibility that every single God of Destruction, every single universe, is some form of like that godly cat. What do you guys think about that? Because I know originally when they revealed Champa, I saw a couple comments that were just like, oh my god, I don't want, you know, every single god to look the same. I want every god to have their own uniqueness, you know, their unique powers, their unique personalities. But it's like, you know, we don't know, and it's very possible that the gods could very well just all be the same race, and that's why they're gods' instructions. But then again, there's also the possibility that we're just looking at how every universe is just a basically like a copy of a universe, but just differently. So obviously, this is like the fat version of Beerus. But then again, his name would be Beerus in the other universe as well. So it's kind of hard to tell. I'm like literally thinking out loud now. I'm literally thinking out loud. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, honestly, I think that, I mean, it's also a possibility that they could also potentially be brothers. And I know that sounds kind of a stretch, but usually when we look at series where we see people, you know, that look that similar, they could either be of the same race or they could be brothers. And I think that there's a very good possibility that that could also be like his evil brother or something along those
actually,
lines.
now that you mentioned it, going back to what I said, how they have that Goku and Vegeta relationship from what it looked like, it could make a lot of sense that that's actually his brother, because brothers had that kind of relationship where it's like, you know, they're trying to be better than each other, but then there's always that one brother that's better, and I don't know, it's interesting. I don't know. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about here. I mean, we're not going to try to talk your brains out just because we know very little about this. There's just so little information out. But looks like the Dragon Ball Super Twitter account is going to be revealing something every couple of days or so. I think that's what they tweeted the other day.
Yeah.
So as we get more information about Dragon Ball Super in regards to clips, pictures, trailers, whatever, both Kwame and I will keep you guys up to date. So make sure you are subscribed if you're not, and all that good stuff. And who is hyped for Dragon Ball Super? Kwame, are you hyped?
Oh yeah, bro.
So if you're hyped, you're gonna hit that like button, right?
Of course.
So basically, hit that like button if you're hyped for Dragon Ball Super. And any comments that you have, any theories, like we would love to hear all your theories on basically what you might think is going to happen in the series. And also, if you like the trailer, like let us know your thoughts on the trailer as well. Is there anything else you want to say before we end this?
Yes, there's one little, also a small clip. I'm sure you're probably gonna show a picture of it where we see like Beerus fighting this red demonic looking villain. I wanted to talk about that a little bit because like, what do you think that is when you saw that, Rhymestyle? It was only for like a second.
Honestly, I think that's going to be an extended part of him blowing up that planet. Because remember in the manga, well, we already kind of spoiled, but small spoiler. In the manga, Beerus, in the first chapter, Beerus destroys a planet where he's eating food. And I feel like what's going to happen is instead of just straight up blowing it up like he did in the manga, it's going to be more of a, like a struggle. They're going to try to fight him. He's going to kill everybody. Then this big thing is going to come out. He's going to kill it, and then he's going to blow up the planet. I think this is more an extension of that.
So you think that thing is actually a part of that planet itself?
Yeah. Because did it kind of have the same look?
Somewhat. I mean, he didn't look like the people who were serving him. He looks more demonic, but that could be a possibility too.
To me, it's just felt more like a pet, like get him, like sick him, like you know when you have your dog, like sick him, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'd love to hear your thoughts as well. So if you have any comments in regards to that character as well, Beerus was giving it to him, like he was attacking Beerus like crazy, and Beerus just standing there like, nah. I mean, kind of expected. But let us know your thoughts on that as well. Anything else?
Well, there's one more thing I'd have to say.
One more thing.
Please remember to rate, comment, and to subscribe. But most importantly, as I always say, to have a great day, guys.